Hey guys, I'm back. Yeah, yesterday had a lot of problems with Nanite. I was reading up today about it. There are other versions of Unreal or Linux that has Nanite working. But for my version, it's not really working. So I decided to disable Nanite. Not really gonna downgrade Unreal just for Nanite. It's not too important. It does put like a wrench in my plans. Originally, I wanted to do 3 different types of scenes for my portfolio. Uh, just low-hanging fruit stuff before I start working on complicated things. But um, I mean, the first scene is this one, indoors. The next scene will probably be a bigger scale indoor one. Um, and then the third scene was gonna be an outdoor one where it's a bit more technical focus with more PCG stuff. But it really doesn't matter. I think I can still showcase what I can do, and these are all just low-hanging fruits to do. I just need something to look good, look like it's triple A, and then I can just post it on my portfolio. Yeah. And just to show that I can achieve the triple A look. And then let me think. Anyway, Nana is not too important. It does generate those it does let you have a lot of tries, but if I'm and it does auto generate the LODs also. But the biggest problem is most likely with all the um foliage and trees in landscapes, which uses it more than any other assets probably. But for this singular project should be fine. I'm a bit worried when I start PCGing all the debris into this scene whether it'll be still okay to use. But I read that Unreal still does instant static meshes. So as long as I use the same static meshes multiple times, I think it shouldn't be too big of an issue. Um Anyway, so all the crashing issues, I've disabled Nanite, so even if I download Nanite assets like yesterday, which I thought the issue was UEFN, but even with yeah, once I disabled Nanite, even if I download those assets now, it wouldn't lag my stuff. I already tested that out. But I don't think we'll be needing to download any more for now. I just want to set up the basic PCG stuff first. And once the functionality is in, I can start going in with the lighting. And then during the second pass of the PCG, I can start adding more props in, and then we'll see how much I actually need to achieve the look that I want to. So last I left off, I did this. I forgot what's the hotkey to pull up the 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 inspect view for the blueprint. I just remember Control B just brings you up to it. Uh, So I just want to look at the PCG first. Okay, I'm gonna look and see if there is a bounce thing here somewhere. It invert static mesh. I just gotta search bounce. So why I'm looking for bounce is because I'm trying to do okay, all these bricks are just placeholder right now, just so I can see all the points on the wall. But you can see that this is supposed to be like picture frames all over, hanging around the wall, like all crooked and stuff, and it's gonna fill up this whole entire wall. But the problem is that the backside is also being um, generated right now, right? So I don't really need this these points on the backside or on the top side. So I'm trying to find a way to actually cull out those. I know there are, the culling method, pruning, maybe using differences, it could work. But I want to see if there's just some built-in method here somewhere I can just use. Bounce modifier. Alright, I wanted to move this behind that so I got some space. So whenever it auto switches over, it will just automatically centralize as long as I have Firefox. Hello, mic test. Oh, I just knocked the cable off my mic. But yeah, as long as Firefox is on the right side of my screen, extreme right, it will auto snap to the middle of the screen. So I can just showcase what's going on. I don't have to think too much. Um, Allow merge. See, we don't need that. Okay. We'll just search for bounds. Bound mesh. All points outside actor bounds. Let's go. That's what we want. It takes in point data. Point data. Maybe we use sampler. Ah, right. Sample volume. Sampler. Voxel size. Doesn't show what's going on. I'm gonna move this over here so I can sort of see if anything changes. But oh, hey man, thanks for joining the stream. I'm kind of working on the PCG right now, but feel free to talk. Landscape spline point, dynamic mesh. I can, I think I give this a tag, maybe, the box volume. Oh yeah? What have you been doing? Did you just start? Uh, mm, so I'm just giving the volume a tag. So hopefully I can just pull, I can just get the reference off of that tag. Mesh sampler, surface. I'm already doing volume. I might need to get data from actor here. Get actor data. It should work, right? Self. Go parent. Maybe I type in box. Yeah, looks like it works. Yeah, looks like it works. Count points outside. Oh wait, does it already check for all the bounds? Hang on. Maybe this node already does what I'm trying to do without even having to do a lot. Oh no. Okay, doesn't matter. We can just use differences here. If I'm not wrong, since I already got the volume of the box. What? Hang on, let me just look at the check. For foliage, but my place grass vanished from the foliage tab, so I need to start. Oh, what do you mean your place grass? You mean like the ones that you hand place yourself? It disappeared entirely. Honestly, I was actually working professionally just a couple months ago as a technical artist for this company, and and what I decided to like go dive deep into PCG when we started on an Unreal project. I feel like even though PCG is pretty good, but once you start making really big graphs, you get a lot of bugs because it takes a while, and you can't really know. You don't really know what's the problem. It's like a GPU thing. Grass in the foliage tab just disappeared. So, oh, yeah. Wait. Oh, yeah. I guess PCG is a pretty quick way to do it. Do you do it professionally, or is it just like a hobby for you? Uh, so this volume sampler also end up not working out too well. Maybe it's, why is it not showing me the debug? Oh, do you mean like you painted it on with the landscape? Oh, this foliage? Oh, oh. I did some of this also. Honestly, I kind of prefer it. We have an issue at the moment where. Oh, oh, are you generating it dynamically? And it's not like a I don't know, pre-production kind of stuff. Usually, I don't really care how big the graph is when I'm doing pre-production. It's just that when you're debugging it, you're like wondering like, oh, why isn't this volume showing up? Like when I hit the debug, it's supposed to show up here. You don't know is whether it's because the PCG graph has already decided to update, hasn't decided to update yet or not. Just because it just takes a while. And then this feature where you analyze the volume, you're just wondering like, um you don't really know which one you're looking at for a while, unless maybe I'm also not too experienced. I've been doing it for maybe 6 months, working on PCG for about 6 months. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can separate it into grids also. And then you can do it like Minecraft where you just generate whatever's around the camera. I prefer that method. The baking is pretty good too, but it does mess up your hierarchy. That's one big deal. I prefer working in Unity actually. I do my own little project on the side. But I mainly focus on Unity. I'm a very technical person, and I'm just hopping onto Unreal Engine because it does look so good. It's so easy to make something look really good on Unreal Engine. Yeah, so it's helping me cover up my weak spots. I won't say it's my weak spot, it's just that a lot of technical artists that I worked with back then. Have you been able to reverse calling work? Yeah, diversity is the best. I'm not sure what you're referring to about reverse calling work though. Mm. Oh, I might not even need to do volume sample there. That was the issue probably. Wait, I got it wrong. Okay. I'm just gonna so it calls the opposite. Maybe I can self call self on the actor spawn node. There's a reverse calling sector. Hang on, I'm not using it right now. Right, actor spawn node, spawn actor. Oh, mm, I don't think I've used it before. I can't find it. Static mesh. Oh, reverse call. Oh, I never even seen it before. Hang on, I gotta look at it. Collision preset. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Does it not show two tips? I hate how undocumented Unreal Engine is. Oh, 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 okay, okay. I've never tried reverse calling, to be honest. If that's what. But is there an issue with it? I never. Or maybe it's just that you have to you have to use a specific mesh to get it to work though. And your material has to have you have to enable back faces, maybe? Oh. Hmm. The AI thing was wrong. Oh man. Never trust it, man. Because Unreal has a little bit of information everywhere about nodes. And then I thought like maybe the AI would be able to like just summarize everything that it finds all over. Once I'm close to it, all I found is set reverse calling. Oh, I had to look at it again, but I sort of remember doing calling, but the normal way of calling. So like the normally like when things are far away, then it disappears. Uh, Bro, everybody struggles with Unreal, man. It's just so hard to start. It's really very hard to start. To be honest, I started Unreal just through. I was just too lazy to. Sorry, give me a second. I was just too lazy to skim through all the YouTube videos. I just decided to pay for like a course on Udemy to just have some guy. I mean, all the information actually you can just sort of learn off YouTube, but just having a guy who lays it out and then he's referencing things that he taught before and in a structured manner is just a huge time saver for me, honestly. Like Unreal is just too big of a mess. And then when you see I forgot the Unreal showcase of that guy who does PCG. I think the one that I really likes that shows us how easy it is to do. The one where he does the landscape and the river stuff. Um Yeah, when you see that, you think you can just jump in and do it. It's actually quite straightforward, but you just don't understand what all the nodes does. Oh, really? Damn. Wow. Honestly, I only heard about Unreal when it was like Unreal 4 when I was studying for game design during university. And one of my classmates was telling me how it's gonna be the industry standard soon stuff, and I didn't believe him. Uh Honestly, I feel Unreal just I think it helps you get to 80% of the game really quickly, but a big problem is that the optimization is gonna take up most of that 20% time, and you're gonna spend like a huge chunk of your time just not progressing, and it's just not. I think it's just very demotivating when it happens. Uh, but but yeah, I don't know. For school projects, when I was doing it, Unreal was really good. Professionally, when I'm using it, I don't know what's your experience like, because all the people I work with, who is also their like first time using Unreal too. So we all generally had the same experience. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna cheat and do this. Hopefully it will revert to the other side. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Pretty sure. Yeah, I were to write this in code, this would be pretty frowned upon to just use the same function like this twice. But it just, I mean, they did really well with the graph stuff. It really gamified the whole thing. And when it's small like this, um, yeah, it's really. Oh, you didn't get to see it, but I flipped it around before the rocks was on the other side here. But I do difference twice. I difference the difference on the source. So I use the rocks on the back here, and then now it's showing like the correct website. Yeah, yeah. But I was using a pretty beefy computer, pretty high end when I was using like a 3080 Ti, I think, pretty out max spec computer 3 years ago when I first joined the company I was working at. And even with that on Windows, Unreal just like chugging, man. My whole room like went up like 5 degrees every time I started working on Unreal Engine. But for some reason on Linux, like my computer is handling it pretty well, and this is like not as good as a computer as what I had before. Okay, so actually, I need I need to find a way where I can. So what's happening right now is that in order to find the points on the mesh, I am I'm using mesh sampler, but the thing about mesh sampler is that I have to input my own static mesh into this node. So what I have to do is procedurally get this mesh data from whatever's colliding inside this collision box that I have here. And then along with that, I'm also gonna get the transform data, which is this information here. And then I'll be using that information, converting it to point, and then using copy points, I'm gonna be able to procedurally generate points on meshes. Um, yeah, yeah. Procedurally generate points on meshes no matter what mesh that I'm using, and have pretty accurate meshes. This actually pretty useful because I mean, for walls and floors you won't really notice, but Unreal generates their own collision, I believe. So they got simple collision and complex collision. But if you're doing like natural landscape, the collision actually isn't good enough. Like if you were to use raycast to find the points on the mesh instead of doing this method, you'll actually find a lot of floating objects when you actually use instant static mesh node. So this method kind of avoids that entirely. Oh, is it? Man, I'm trying to like run away from Windows now. I'm having such a great experience using Linux, but that's just me. I don't really use a lot of programs. I'm all Unreal, Unity, and then I just watch YouTube and play games on Steam. What's FCP? Hang on, I'll search that now. FCP? Unreal? Fine. Yeah, it's fantastic, but Nana is not working for me. Oh, PCG. Oh, okay. Um, Honestly, I think trees are pretty performant on PCG actually, but the only deal is that you have the vertex movement. I forgot what you call it in the shader, the material. You have to disable it once you go too far. So you only do normal culling just on the vertex movement. I think it should be an option here actually, option somewhere. But basically once you enable that, and then yeah, you don't really have to think about it afterwards. I never had an issue where the trees nanite was a big deal once you disable the vertex movement for trees that are too far away. Foliage also, same thing. So yeah, that's just the biggest performance hit. It's just the vertex movement when you're spawning a lot of meshes on landscape. Yeah. So now, okay, let me just name everything with the same tag. Warframe. 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 So normally, let me think. So for sure, so I'm thinking about how to more efficiently store the information that I need to set up the procedural picture frame generation onto the wall. But I'm just gonna start with the variables that I need right now. I think it's just called static meshes. It is one of the glitches on Linux is that sometimes you just can't do object reference. Yeah, object reference. Yeah, you can't actually use the search box unless you like do a right click and then you can type. When an issue with Nana is that meshes that aren't contiguous, they explode the memory footprint. So like having traditional trees are terrible. Is it? Is it? Oh man, maybe I've never. I did one where for within my company there was like a period where I was working on PCG, and then afterwards we would showcase the things we did. So what I did was I did like a forest thing where I would PCG a tree with different props around it, and then I would use that same PCG inside the PCG to generate a forest, and then I would also have a building PCG and then another PCG that spawned a city. It didn't look really nice because I just went around and just picked up random assets off the store and then just use it just to prove a point about PCG. But for me, I never really had an issue. But maybe I've never, like I said, I never done a real professional game on Unreal Engine, and I never gone through the whole gone through the paces to do it. Unlike Unity, that's just, oh man. But it kind of sucks that once you have like an issue with Unreal proprietary Unreal components or tools, there's really nowhere else you can actually find the answer unless you're talking with other people who actually done it before. Yeah, with Unity you can just sort of like have friends. I mean, you don't even need friends, you can just search it up Google and then, yeah, or we can make your own tools. But Unreal is just such a black box that you don't know what's going on half the time. You're just, I mean, I feel really uncomfortable using Unreal on really long term basis just because of that one reason. But sometimes I'm just not sure whether if I were to like disable this one option on the component, um, would it just cost like a 1 month long bug to fix like later on into the dev period? Using PCG so the chunk is a nanite mesh, then sampled with PCG to place branches. What, really? Um, that's a crazy method. Who? I mean, I'm not saying that it won't work, but wow, some guy thought of that to do it like that. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. But you really need very modular pieces though, unless you have a really dedicated artist. Oh, see, okay, okay. I only caught a few videos about PCG. I didn't know Nanite was also very involved with PCG stuff. I'll take a look at the videos. I'll search it out maybe after the stream. Okay, so I already gotten all the actors out with this node. Get all actors with tag, and then we're looping it. So what I want to get is the static mesh component. Okay. Yeah, please send the link, man. I want to watch it. Get component. Oops. Get components by class. Static mesh. So the reason why I wanted to check here is because it said class, right? Because it's not. I'm a bit worried that I'm not gonna get the component that I need. Instead, they're just gonna send me the. I mean, they're not giving me the FBX. They're just giving me the component itself. But we'll see. Set array. Item size to fit. Get. Yeah, it's giving me the component. Trees are at 1337. Or I clicked on. I'm just gonna set it to 1337. I'll watch it after the stream. But thanks for sending me the link though. Thank you. Yeah. I just want to focus on working this out. And I'm worried that people who comes in to watch this video would want to see me just do PCG instead of watching a video. But I appreciate it. So I need to get static mesh here. Get static mesh. Oh, there you go. Easy. Set array. So now we do that. Oh, we can only have it once. Actually, that could work out. Yeah. If it's linear, it's pretty good. So then I can so then I can just what do I call it? Uh, then I can set up the array a bit more dumber. So like index one would reference whatever static mesh that is using. So I don't have to be too smart about it. Like let's say I have two actors that's using the same meshes. I don't have to um say that what do I mean? Two actors using the same meshes. I don't have to give it another variable to remember which mesh that is using. I just need to assign it to the same index that I assigned the mesh reference to in the array. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. But if that doesn't make sense, then it will once everything is done. You'll be able to see. So set mesh component. Is that all I need? What's a replicated system? See it. I think it just worked just like that. Yeah. Did I not give this the tag? Give it warframe. This wall. Yeah. So yeah, I'm doing everything just for PCG. I'm not familiar with the term replicated system though. I never heard of it. Oh, is it this? Um, I'm pretty self-taught when it comes to coding, even though I'm really like coding and all the technical stuff is my favorite part about doing this my job. On Unreal networking stuff. Okay, then I don't know anything. I've only just started using um Unity's multiplayer services. Let's go. Self-taught's the best. Yeah. Have you done like Unity before. I feel like people who like learn all the coders who learn like from school, they always give their variables like really weird names. Not weird names, but very complicated names. Then once you go into their script and you try to figure out what's going on, it just stops you, right? I don't know about other people, but every time I go into like all my engineers code, I just don't understand what's going on just because the names of the variables have so many acronyms. And then you just have to like you got no choice, you gotta just call up the guy and be like, oh dude, what's going on, man? was but yeah, I talked to one of the engineers about the naming conventions before, but he just like, we taught it like this, you know. But yeah, for you, yeah, yeah. I started off in Unity technically. I think. I mean, if you don't count all the other games that you mod in, like Skyrim and such. Then I started off in Unity. I just like Unity just because um it's just very clear. It's not a black box to me. Like you can just find out whatever you need to find out from the internet. It's so well documented. Wow. I haven't had the chance to try it yet. But it looked good. Oh wait, I might have downloaded it CryEngine when I was younger though. Wait, let me look at it. I did download it when I was younger when I thought making games was just about pulling meshes into the scene and then everything will work out. But I downloaded it and then I think you had to pay for it and that's where I stopped. Oh, it's okay. We can stick with the common practices. I mean the commonly used engines. It's I feel like Unreal's here to stay. Unity's also here to stay. Oh, I haven't tried Godot yet though. Godot. I want to try it, but I haven't had a chance. But what turns me off is that I think they're using their own language kind of thing, which I why am I not able to click it? Um, which I feel is like a big I don't want to say anything bad, but I just feel like it's not worth the time to learn a new language just for fun. At least not in my current stage of life when I'm just looking for the next big job. I got the points. 4 actors. Oh, I need to oh, the meshes are not being registered. Interesting. I think I'm not able to get. I think I didn't get Chow. Get all Chow actors. Wonder whether you can just set this to. No, you can't. Get component by. Oops. I don't want to use get all child actors, but I think I've got no choice. Then we gotta do a for each loop. Oh man, it's getting crazy. This graph's gonna get crazy. Uh, Yeah, it does feel super messy. The I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are missing the whole point about making new game engines. Is about accessibility. It's really about accessibility and how easy it is to pick up, and how, I mean, Unreal does its own proprietary stuff with the languages, like using the graph. But it'll be better if, like, I mean, for Godot, at- whose audience wants to they want to attract people who are experienced in the field, and also the new people. They should, like, make it way more accessible, and also like um like you're able to just try out different engines also. Yeah, maybe in 5 more years they might do it like Unity. I remember Unity when I was like 10 years ago. It was it's not easy. It wasn't easy either. And all the people who are using Godot now is like super passionate, at least from what I see on YouTube. And the people who talk about Godot are super passionate too. Uh, this should work. Get component. I'm still not getting it. For each loop array, get component. Right. So static mesh component is the child of this. I mean, I can cheat. I can cheat. I'm just gonna call it mesh. Wall mesh. I mean, wall mesh. I'm just gonna, instead of trying to find out how the hierarchy works, I'm gonna use this as a backup plan where I just get tag off. I just set a tag on all of the static mesh component actors, and then if all my whatever method that I'm trying to figure out doesn't work, I'll just get actor by tag and then just get the component from that. It gets a little cult-like at times. I know, sure. Oh, Unreal people get that way too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When Unreal came out with the nanite stuff, um, it was pretty cultish. It was either you're in or you're not. You're in or you're not. Every other game engine is bad. The best beginner game engine is Unreal. um, get child actors. Get all. I wish I can just see what's going on. Can I just make a fake? Okay, I'll just make a fake variable here, just to see what exactly am I getting from this node. Actor object reference array. Hmm. Oh, there's a print string. Let's go. Oh, let's go. Okay, I think this will go here. Okay, yeah, that's in string. I'm familiar with this. Hello. I wonder if I can't just get all child actors. Oh shit. Okay, wait. Then I have to put it in front. And then array to string. Does it do it by itself? Yes. Let's go. Does it just print it on the output log? Hmm. Screen and log. Which part of the screen though? On one. Okay, wait. I can figure this out. Green screen. Right. Then so it should say hello in my output log. Oh, I need to compile. Let me save that too. Hmm. 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 Compiler results. Doesn't say anything. Yeah, weird, right? Oh, this part is wrong. It's not getting any child components. Try one before the loop. Uh, uh, I'm just gonna put hello here and here. Oh man, so messy. Yeah, I don't like graph just because of how messy it is. Uh, not working. Oh wait, I see the hello word here. How long was this though? Can I clear it? Settings, filter, categories. Oh, yeah, click on something. Settings. Can I just clear it here? Clear log. Okay. Okay. But we want to know the names of each, right? So putting it in a loop. I'll save. I just need to know if it's working. No change. It did say hello. BP won't see. Oh yeah, that's mine. And there's no name. So I'm not getting any child actors. Damn. Hmm. So when I get component of, I mean it's a child, right? Before the loop. Uh, on the node before the loop, I click at breakpoint. Which loop though? This loop? No. On this. at breakpoint. String. Oh, I'm so unfamiliar with this. Where's the next button? Hmm. Wait, let me put this too? Maybe. Does it show me the information? This will let you go through the button. Okay. Oh, there it is. Continue execution. Okay, I want to add a breakpoint on this. Target array. Okay. Let's add a breakpoint on this. Oh, thanks for letting me know this. I didn't know they had a debug function on the script. I mean on the graphs. Yeah, they got no. It's not getting any. It's not getting anything. Yeah, no value at all. So I'm gonna remove the breakpoint. Interesting. So this static mesh isn't a child. This is the default scene root component. Static mesh actor. Static mesh component. Let's see if I can get static mesh. I'm gonna remove this. We don't need this for each loop anymore. Don't need this. Set array. Get component by class. So let me set breakpoint on this. Wait, I can't. Where is you? Oh, these green nodes can't be breakpoint. First node on the graph, this one. This one I'm definitely getting the value out from though. Oh, X pins. This one I know is working. I I think. Okay, wait. I don't want to say I know something when things are broken. Yeah, it's working. This one? But I'm getting actors out of this though, right? Yeah. So I'm moving on to this component which we can't get. So let me just see. I'll toggle the breakpoint on this. And then I'll remove this. You know, the first time I figured out how to do breakpoints in Visual Studios, I was debugging my code. It was like I wrote out like a whole system. It was like a few hundred line code. And then I was like, oh man, I was using debug.log for everything. And then one day my friend told me about the breakpoints in Visual Studios. Then I started adding breakpoints everywhere. Then once I was done fixing the bug, I just left the breakpoints in it, man. I just didn't care. My whole man, I was like wondering like, oh, how come every time I'm like running the game, it was just like freezing and whatnot, and I was just like sending weird bugs to my engineer. I mean, this is not during work time. I was doing during university. Oh, but I'm not getting. The target array got no value. This is my item here. Current value is correct. Interesting, but it's not. Oh, oh, I figured out the problem. Oh, thanks. All right, see you. Bye bye. Have a nice evening. Yeah, I think it's a rite of passage for the debug.logs. I'll be streaming tomorrow night too, if you want to join again. See you. Bye bye. Yes, it worked. It worked. Anyway, it worked. We got all the static meshes here now. Now what I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna be using this I don't know what to call it, but this mesh sampler method to get the mesh as well as the point. So once I've gotten all of this, what I'm gonna do is pull out this static mesh. We're gonna get actor property again. Of oh no. Get actor property. Actually I should just copy this over. What's it called? I called it wall meshes. We didn't need that. I didn't need that variable anymore. It was just for testing. So I just call meshes. Self. Which one did I use for this? Parent. Include children. Okay. So then I'll put it into static meshes. Okay, hopefully all of this is done through it's not extract meshes from input any type. Um hmm. Okay, the weird thing is that this wall is already working. Even though it shouldn't. Right? It shouldn't, yeah, it shouldn't be working already. But it does. And this wall, it isn't working. But it should. Because this one is working. Which is weird. Okay. I'm just gonna look. This, is it giving me any information? Am I wrong? Vector selection by class. Oops. BP wall frame. Yeah. Okay, now it works. So now we're giving it meshes. Okay, I'm gonna save this. Oh, and it worked. So I don't even need to, no, not exactly working. Let me just bring out another light up here. Or maybe I'll bring out the same light. So not exactly working. Which is expected? Not expected? Okay. Okay. So I think I'll get a clearer picture if I take these two lines out. Take this whole section out. So let me take these two out. I'll disconnect that. Yeah, there we go. So what's happening is that even though it's getting all the meshes, it's not assigning the right meshes to the right points. It might also be assigning the right. What it's probably doing is that it's assigning meshes to all three of the meshes to each of the points that I have right now. Yeah. So you can see that at this wall we have like this much denser chunk here. So it's like indicative of having like probably two walls there. And then the fact that we have three big walls too here and one small one there. So yeah, I think that means that it's not smart enough to divide it up. Or maybe there's a setting I can choose to make sure that it doesn't just copy points into every single one of them. Or or um what I need to do is create a loop. So I think that's what I have to do. It's a loop. A loop subgraph. I think a loop subgraph works by let me see. What's this again? This is my output. How do I close it? Oh, this is the debug function. So what I need is I'll create a new folder, call it subgraph, and then uh um create a PCG graph. Default loop. Honestly, usually I start with just a normal PCG. I usually just start with a normal graph and then subgraph loop mesh point. I'm just gonna call it that. Okay, so what we need, the first variable that we need is not gonna be called in, we're gonna take point. It's gonna be loop. And then the value that's gonna go in is the target. No, it's gonna be this. So we're gonna take point data. Oops, sorry. Loop point data. Yeah. And then we're gonna take Do we want to set bounds later or after? Hmm. Hmm. So the bounds actually decides how big the we use the bounds to decide how big the static mesh that we're instancing on is. Um, no, that's not exactly correct. So it decides how much space the static mesh gonna need. So right now I'm figuring out whether the bounds will all be the same or not, or how I would control it if I want it to be individualized. Okay, for now, I'm just gonna do the same. So we're not gonna have this in. We're gonna have that. And then we're gonna take in one mesh point. So this one is out an attribute set. We're gonna take in an attribute. It's not okay. Point. Yeah. So we're gonna take in another one that's called mesh. And then we're gonna take in it's a loop. It's not a loop. It's also not a loop. Is it a loop? It's a loop. Is it a loop? I think it's a loop. When you use a loop, we'll separate each data from that pin into separate subgraph execution. Yeah, that's correct. So then we're gonna take in an attribute set. Is it attribute set? Yeah, I think it's an attribute set. Then we're gonna take this part. We're gonna take mesh sampler. We're gonna take copy. Right? So mesh goes into mesh sampler point. Then we're gonna take, okay, so this point goes to target. Okay, just let me organize this. I'm sorry. I need to fix this. It's so messy. Okay. Okay, organization is the most important thing doing when you're doing PCG or any technical work, really. Making things readable is the most important part. So we're gonna copy point, and then this output, we're gonna call it points. It's gonna be a feedback, and then it's just gonna be point. Right, so then we take this, we copy this, we take this, we paste it here. Oh, freak! Oh, freak! Okay, we need to call it something else. Okay, we just call it output. And then I think copy pasting doesn't work. So we're just gonna paste the name output here, call it feedback, call it points. Yeah, then we're gonna do, I think it's called combine points. Yeah, and then we're gonna output like that. So then this subgraph, we're gonna use, I'm gonna use this. Right, so instead of having this mass sampler here, we'll put this here. And we're not gonna set the boundaries yet. So put that there. Because we took copy points there. We don't need that. And then we're gonna do this here and here. But just to make sure everything works, we'll just put this here. And it's broken. Nice. It's broken because we didn't divide this up. I can't remember what is it called. Let me Google that. Unreal PCG split array to individual. I just need to remember what the node is called. Split attribute array. Splitting an attribute array. Partition. Yeah, I think it's partition. Attribute partition. I think we'll go by index. Yep. What's wrong with this? Okay, so then attribute partition there. So I think this instead of a loop is normal. This is also normal. Oops. Still not working correctly. It looks like it's doing it correctly. No. Maybe it's not doing it correctly. Maybe it's this. Maybe they did this. We put this in. No. Yeah, it's definitely still wrong. Whoops. So let me go into this graph. Let me look. It's outputting one mesh. Second one. Right, this is correct. And then each mesh is outputting the correct number. But this is not correct. because it's doing all three values. So this attribute partition, instead of last, we should separate it by index as well. Index. Yeah, so now okay, the thing is, why is all the transform the same value? Okay, I will have to inspect that. Thousand 770 85 885 770. Right, so let's look at this partition here. 85 770. That's correct. Points. Y is negative 140. 140. That's not correct. Why is it doing that? It's normal. Is it normal? Default pin. Let me look at the input point. Get the input mesh. Oh, okay. This isn't correct. Attribute partition is not sending in the correct values. Separating by index. Interesting. What's this though? Hmm. Interesting. So this attribute partition is should be correct though. Separating by index. Let's see. Was it part of metadata? Let me see if there's like a better one. Filter? Attribute filter? No. Attributes. Text to data. Class. greater than math operation. Normalize. A pen is to stick it together, right? Oh man, I sort of remember how to do this, but I just don't remember which or loop. Attribute partition. Hmm. Maybe I just change it to index without the dollar sign. Sorry, the autosave, man. No attribute like that found. So it is dollar. But when you split it to that, so yeah, you can see that all the meshes are the same. So maybe I'll split it by meshes and see if that changes anything. No. That's a weird behavior. I never seen it happen like this. Am I using it wrong? Misremembering? Unreal PCG partition. Partition only returning, only outputting first index. So it's designed to divide incoming into separate substreams based on unique index with ensure that the attribute your partition has distinct values across the board. It's different. It's a different value. The index is different. Yeah, I'm correct. Maybe it needs a restart. Yeah, I'm just gonna restart because I don't know what's going on. I think it's a bug. It shouldn't be a bug. It shouldn't be a bug. Oh no, it's not about. It's not about. Wait, is it about? I don't remember this behavior. I'm trying to. Oh, I'm trying to organize it again. But it's okay. I'll leave it. I'll leave it. Looking at this. Still the same value. Still the same value. In. Yeah, I'm just gonna try this. Wait, what? Oh, wondering why it wasn't opening up the function. But it sent me back to the same graph. Right, it sent me all three. Why is attribute partition not working? Maybe set attribute. I don't know. Maybe this will work if I just set it up again. Error. Error while creating output attribute. What does that mean? Okay, wait. Create attributes. The name we can prefix get a property. Hmm? We'll just call it number. Then we'll set attributes. Mismatch between the number of elements from point. Attribute. Right. What's weirder is that I can't set attributes. Oops. Hmm. It's not double. Last. What does it say? Usually, is this not real? Is this not a real number? Is that why attribute partition can't get it? Not used if not connected. In sets. This will be called index. Set this to 1. Set stat. Right. This might work now. Index on output is null. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it should be called meshes instead. Okay, wait. I feel like there's one more thing we're missing here. Not split, right? Hmm. Filter? Maybe it's filter? No, it's not filter. Partitioning array. I feel like I'm missing a node. Based on partitioning output substreams. Specify the attribute. Yeah, look at this. Oh man, that's I just need to find what I'm using. Where is it? Attribute partition. Copy attribute. Hmm. Attribute filtering. Alright, give me a second here. It's not right. Threshold attributes. Okay, I'm gonna look at some reference video because it's from the courses. I don't wanna show it. I just need to take a look at what graph node was used. this is not the right one. Hmm. Hmm. No, it looks like I'm right. But let me look at this graph again. We'll set it back to loop. Loop. Save that. For some reason, this isn't enough. Mesh sampler inputs. Oh no, it's getting the right ones. Right? Oh, combine doesn't work. Append. Merge. Maybe merge is the one. So all along I was correct. And yeah, all along I was right, but I mean I was looking at the wrong part of the code. That was broken. One thing's wrong is this part here. Oh, see this visual bug. So why is this wrong? Rotation. I didn't include rotation into my script. So here, so we need to set one more rotation. point to this. Change it to rotation. Okay, wait. I need to move this here. Move that over. Move that here. And voila. So this is working. And I need it to prune again. I mean, use the differences again. So I'll just and then we'll save that. Now I can move this back here. So we'll change this box. If I'm not wrong, is this one? We'll change it to Swift, maybe 10. Yeah, now it's all gone. Now this box is a bit too high. I think it's this. We'll change it to 30. To the 50. It's too much. $500 is a little bit shy. 505. Nice. So we've got this part here. Ah. Let me just add in another light so we can see. So we've got all the walls correctly assigned, but the problem is that we've got this portion here on this wooden trim here that I don't want. Yeah, I just don't want any photo frames to be there. There isn't, right off the top of my head, I don't see any way to do it without adding any more stuff into it, into the PCG graph. That's what I mean. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add in. So what I did was I get data. Okay. So now we have to add in one more box. Oops. I should have just box. Collision exclude. Why is it parented though? Can I just put it in this? Wow. Collision. Yeah. Just call it exclude box. Right. So compile, save. With this, the exclude box is where? Where is it? It's here. Okay, so for the sake of just seeing what it does, we'll just put that there. We'll get actor data one more time. We'll call it the exclude. That's why I named it, right? Exclude box. Then I'll just do this, include it into the differences. Would I use by tag? Whoops. Can I just, no. Gotta name it tag. Exclude box. Compile. Yeah. So there we go. The exclude box is there. I think I can just do that. Yeah. That would be easier. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, I could have done this for this side too, since I was already gonna do it this way, I might as well have done it. I mean, when I was working on the other side, I didn't want to add any more unnecessary components into the blueprint graph if I don't have to. It will just clear up the hierarchy a lot better. But yeah. So we do this, do that, move this up. Yeah. Okay, that looks pretty good. Doesn't have to be precise or anything. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Sorry, I'm thinking about how I would set the settings for how close together this mesh is supposed to be. But it's fine. I'm fine. So what's next is, I don't think we need to do too many crazy stuff. We're gonna look for the frames. Oh, crazy. Transform points. Okay, we need to turn this 90 degrees. Oh, wrong axis. I mean, Z is up there. Okay, I'm looking at it from here. Why is that wrong? Oops, wrong button. Maybe it's absolute. Yeah, I'm supposed to set it to absolute. Right. Oh, it's too many. It's too many. So this way I set the bounds to be maybe negative 25. 25 by 25 by 25. And then we move this out to self prune. Not self pruning anything. Wait, hang on, we gotta adjust the mesh sampler. Okay, there's an easier way of doing this. I just need to reduce the amount of picture frames so that I can see it. So we can do noise, density noise, then filter, density filter, move this up all the way to 93. Then we can delete that. Yeah. So now you see this. So what we gotta do is set the bounds modifier. Something's wrong. So for some reason all these points are still super small. So I don't think this bounce modifier is doing anything. We can take this out, put it in. Yep, doesn't do anything. So we'll take this. We do a bounce modifier here. So instead of self pruning there, we'll put this here. Take this out. Move this over. What does it output? Spatial data? Okay, sure. So right here, we're gonna do one for the big boy. One picture frame here, here. Right. Then bounce modifier. Okay, I'll just make this smaller so we can all see. Make this bigger. Yeah, so okay, what needs to happen before I do that is because there's too many points. I gotta connect this. I'll move this out. Connect this here. Disconnect this and this. Take this over here. And then we'll put this down to here. Yep. Then we'll set the density filter up higher so we get lesser picture frames. Yeah. So I'm just gonna move this over to this side so we can all see. We can disable this just to see how it's placed. Okay, so it's at the bottom of the bound, so we have to stretch it out this way and down. Okay. So this, we'll set it to 0. And then bounds max. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. So bounds max is 0. We do 20, 50, 70, 100. 100's a bit too much. 90, 96. I think 95 is good. Then we gotta go up by 10, I think. Nope. 8. Nope. 5. No. 7. 7's good. So for this, let's do 40. Or 40. 40. Oops. 45. 43. 43 is fine. 43 on this side too. Yeah. And then off the z-axis, I think normally I'll be okay without changing it, but I'll change it. Min is fine. Yeah, min is fine. We'll just do 4. Perfect. So we've got the big ones. Right? I mean, I can make it. So I'm just gonna replicate this setup right here for each type of picture frame that we have, which is a lot. So I'm just gonna show it. We got picture. Yeah, we have a lot of picture frames, but I'll do like 3. 3 I think is a good amount, like maybe a small and medium size one. Yeah. Okay. So now we'll take this over. Yeah. Instead of that, we'll debug this. And then for the mesh here, there are more streamlined way to do it, but I'm not planning to reuse this too much. So there's no need for me to. I want something smaller. This one? I think it's this one. Yeah, that's a small one. Okay. So this was 95, right? Change it. I mean this was the z-axis, even though it's the x. 20, 22, 3, 25. Then we can do 20 here. 15. 10. Oh, sorry, 10. 5. 7, 8, 9. Down here it shall be 9, 2. I think 10 is fine actually. 10, 10. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I was looking at this. And now that's done. We'll do one more. Um, Connect that, like that, disable this. So can't really see it still. I'll move it there. So we need like a semi-medium size one. We're gonna take this out. That's super small. I think that's fine. Okay, like I said, I'm only gonna do this 2, 3, and then when we're doing the second task for set dressing, I'm gonna add more picture frames into it. So 30. Yeah, but it's like probably the most boring part about PCG is just making sure that you got the bounds set correctly for each one. 22 seems okay, but I'll do 24. 24. This one will be 24. I think 25. 25. Yeah. So let me think. Let me think. Right now, all of them have sort of the same thing going for them. Right? So we'll take this out. Connect this over here. So that it looks like this now. Disable this. It looks messy, right? But so we're gonna do some pruning. So let's see. So this cell pruning portion, let me delete this. Connect this back here because we want to prune it after we rotated the. Actually, we don't need to because we already got it correct before in the bounds. So move this over here. Um, this one probably don't want to difference this. So we'll set this to difference. Sorry, I'm using a keyboard with white keycaps. So I can't see what I type to be precise. And I have the mic in the way. Like that. Uh, Make sure everything's lined up nicely. Oh my gosh. Yep. Yep. And then we want another difference node. Yeah. It's the source. And we want to difference this and this. And we do that. And that. should be uh, uh, wait a minute. Huh? Wait a minute. This goes here, I think. Wait, it didn't change anything. Huh? What? Yeah, that's a lot neater, but that didn't change anything. Why? Okay. We've got this points here. I think my order of operations is wrong. So what needs to happen is I'm gonna take this over here, move this to this side, like that to that. Right. So Z should be here. This should be here. 1 and 4? No, it's 25, it's 25, it's 1 and this 4. And that's correct. Oh man. So 1, 4 is down there. 1, 4, 25, 7, 10, 10. Nine, 5, 7, 7, 4, 3, 4, 3, 1, 4. Move this down here, like that, and it still is a mess. Why? We take this out. Okay, I'm gonna disable this one first so I can figure out why it's not working. We take difference. Union order. It was union. Nope. Right. Mm-hmm. But why isn't the output value? Wait a minute. Oh, because I need to set this to binary. Yeah, that's what was wrong. I need to set it to binary. So this output goes here. Yeah, then we enable that. Right, so what we do is we need to be able to adjust attribute noise. Um, Remove this over. Yeah, remove this here. Remove this here. Oops. Move this here and here. Okay, let's just do it like that. So we've got lesser. I can adjust how many I want. I want about that much. Maybe the big photos will have lesser or we'll have more medium ones. So you can see it's like that now. Okay, this one is the small ones. And let's just uh, uh, I want to move the small one down there. But the difference is already working out. The difference is already organized well. So I don't want to change that. So let's just move this medium size like that. A bit more. I don't want to be too precise. Make it look a bit more natural. Hmm. So this one is still minimum. We gotta set it to binary. This one also has to be set to binary. We have to update this. Enable. Okay. Wrong. RGB. So this thing is still showing up here. I think because we're not doing the difference correctly. Hmm. Hmm. We'll do it after them setting bounds. Uh, okay, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna just move this over. It's not too important that bounds modifier. Okay. I just need to make this sort of big enough. Yeah. So now I can hide that. I feel like I've just decimated everything. Why? Maybe not 10. Maybe I just do 10. 10. Maybe another 10 here. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Looks fair. Looks like I've lost a lot. Oh, let me set this to 2. Supposed to have a lot more actually, but I'm not sure what happened here. Right, okay. There's a lot of points here. After the filter, still looks okay. Okay, after self-pruning. Oh, the bounds change. Scale, set. We gotta set this to set. Sets. This one also has to be set. We can set this to 10. 10, 10, 10, 10. We can save. Now it's going crazy again. Why isn't self-pruning working? It should work. Remove duplicates. All equal. Large to small. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, that's weird. Let me just reduce this a lot more again. Right. And then I can't see the bounds. Wrong side, 10. It's not changing. Hmm. Four again. Why is it saving? there another thing, the debugging? Or is it over here too? Hmm. The debug function is not working anymore. So I think what I need to do, pull this debug out. No, it's still not working. Still finding. Why did this spoil everything? I can't see the debug anymore, which is weird. Let me restart, probably. Save. So let me pull out restart. I'm gonna go for another 3-hour stream. Why does it always flip back? So annoying. Doesn't work in. Yeah, why doesn't it work again? Right, with this, it works perfectly. Almost perfectly. Maybe here? Ten, 10, 10. 10, 10, 10. Right. Self pruning's not working anymore. Hmm. Debug. What doing spawning in there? Okay. Why doesn't debug work anymore? Hang on, let me look for the PCG cube. Yeah, it's disabled. Hmm. Wait, what? Why can't I set the values now? No. Interesting problem. Um, why is it like this? No. A window details. Right, what happened to details one? Filing, fine. What happened to details one? Oh well, I'm just gonna change it like this. Scale. Does that fix it? Yeah, it shows up now. Just because I changed it to set, it doesn't work anymore. Scale. Scale. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna scale it to 1. Bounce modifier. I don't know why Unreal is doing this. Because it's doing it, I have to change it this way. Oh, huh. Huh. So it's bugged out. It cannot be set. The bounds can't be set. Yeah, I think so. So the problem, remove this here. Hmm. I can use transform point. Let's set this to 10. Uh, Seems like it's not working though. Why is Unreal being so fussy right now? Oh my god. So that doesn't work. Yeah, why does sure man. Sure. Hmm. I've now like multiple Unreals open. Let me just restart everything. So there's a bug with the bounds on Linux that causes that issue when you set this the bounds instead of using scale. It's causing all the issues to happen. Man, I hate working like this. So I got my details panel back. Let's go PCG. Nope, I don't have it back. Is there a way to reset? No, there's no way to reset it back. Okay, just for the sake of being able to see it, I'll just put it down here. So it's set to scale, scale, scale. The transform point here. I'm removing this out of it. I'm setting up bounds again. Setting it to points. Do 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Seems like it's not enough. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Still, it's not enough. Plus, it's still spawning down here. So what I can do is maybe cheat a bit. Do that. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Okay, I am accepting this. It's too buggy. It's too buggy not to accept it. No, I'm just gonna set this back. Because it doesn't matter. It just affects the output more than it does to all the exclusion that I'm trying to do. Skill. Hmm. Maybe instead of self pruning, I would just do that. Oh, wait, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. So I'll just do that. Screw self pruning? No, I still need self pruning. And this one will move here. Just looking at what's the best. Yeah, I just need to put one more down there. Okay. Yeah. Get actor property. Oh man, I really need the bounce to work here, man. Then it would just be perfect. Nope. What? Where did all my stuff go? Points here. I'm gonna try to set bounds one last time. Maybe there's something about setting bounds that I don't understand. Maybe it's not as straightforward as I thought it was gonna be. Skill. Translate. Transform point. Absolute skill. Why is it so big? What's that? No. No. Maybe something about setting bounds, I don't understand. Okay. Can use transform point. Density filter. Okay. That's good. Let me save this side. Let me move this box inwards a bit more. Uh, I need there's some here that I don't need. I'm gonna change it to 0.95 probably. Oh, because I minimize everything. So maybe I'll change this. X-axis to 490. Okay, nice. Maybe lesser than 490. 470. And then I'll move this over here a bit more. A bit more. Okay, what's that? What was that? Yeah. Question is, why does it think it's okay to be there? Maybe I need to prune it. The hmm. Maybe I am. Maybe I am just a bobo all along. Where is my details panel though? How do I reset? Load defaults. There we go. It's back. Hmm. Think about this. This there's a lot of nodes. That's why I don't wanna move it over there. I just wanna be able to transform all of them at once. But maybe for accuracy's sake, for accuracy's sake, I'm just doing this. Moving over here. Bounce modify. Let me move this out of the way. Take this over here. And then we duplicate this 3 times. Yeah, I'll do it 3 times. Oh, lazy man organizing. Why does it do that? I really hate the auto saving. So we don't need to see that anymore. Take this, we save, paste that down. Need one more here. I'm not exactly looking at the results now, but I'm seeing a small preview, and I don't think I like what I see. I really don't think I like what I see right now. What's this? What's this? Where did it all go? You set the bounds. You get the parent. Warning. Hmm? So this one gets whatever that I want to include. Yeah. So this one spawns all the points that are not inside the box. This one spawns all the points. So we differentiate this with that. Right. We should get everything that's inside the box. Yeah, we are getting everything inside the box. Ah, right. So we combine this with this. And we do self pruning. And this is everything inside the box, pruning itself. But it's not excluding this because I didn't include that yet. Now that we included it, okay, looks good. Now that we add that in, looks like it belongs there. Like that. Let's bring debugged here. It's all getting different style. Hmm. I'm gonna take this down here. Why does it keep doing that? Ugh. I'm gonna take that down there. So annoying. It's moving here. This goes here and here. Then now I've successfully swapped. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna change the the Z to 590. 470, 480, 470. The thickness, I'm gonna change to maybe 15. I'm gonna move this out a bit more. I don't like that it's so out of boundaries though. Self pruning. Mm. Okay, it shouldn't really be taking me this long to get this right. I'm so rusty. Food box. Hmm. What is it still doing up there though? Right? It should not be in there. But it is in there. Spatial data. Sample. Volume. Doesn't generate anything. I'm gonna just shift the box down. That's crazy though. See the bounce. I'm just trying to figure out how much I need to offset. Um, Offset the painting by to make sure that it's an accurate number, but this painting here, I don't see its point anywhere. Up there. Interesting. There's 1 point offset. 10. Wrong way. 10. Oh, let me make this smaller. So it has to be negative 50. What's the bounce going down by? 190? It's too much. Let's do negative 65. This looks wrong. Negative 50. Yeah, that should be the limit. Negative 10. Yeah, negative 50 looks correct. Everything's sort of within bounds here. Maybe not absolutes. Hmm. -25, -30. I don't really like hard coding these values. Wait, I wasn't even copying it. Something's wrong again. The collider. Why isn't the differences working anymore again? I thought doing it this way was supposed to make the differences work out more to be correct. Hmm. What? Unpin. Alright, whatever. I'm just saving this. Um, I might want to put photos here too. Once I figure this out. Why aren't all the points at the same spot though? Is my mesh sampler Poisson? I use Poisson. Exact mesh from input. Whoops. I'm trying to find a way to make sure they are all the same depth, but they're not. There isn't a way. Vertex per triangle is 2. right? It's too uniform. It's too uniform. We say to Poisson. Supposed to call union. Since we're here now, I should fix it. Don't think it changes anything. Turn off this debug. Oh, frick. Um, disable that. Straight through. And once we do self pruning, we go there. Okay, I think the problem here is that this mesh, this pivot point is not in the middle. Oh, frick. Trying to get this right. So let's just check the pivot point here. Yeah, it's on top. So, uh, so when we go to place it, we have to shift it down by an X amount. Do I do a transform point here? Answer is probably no. We don't have to do a transform point. Seven. This one. This is a 4. Right. Or not. Or not. Density filter. I just need a fill. This one might be this one. That this. Okay, looks like we do need the transform point. Hmm. Hmm. Crash. I think I'm just gonna end the stream today. Thanks for joining me, everybody. But I just need a break, I think. And